Hard Day at the Office by Joshua Andrew. I didn't notice that Lily was late until the moment that she sat down. Of course, I didn't see her come in over the gray cubicle wall in front of me. I just heard her footsteps drawing closer and the seat being compressed. I heard our only other coworker in our department, Jasmine, ask her about her lateness, and I heard Lily answer that there was an accident on her way to work that slowed her down. It was nothing important enough to tear my concentration away from the computer screen next to me. What was important enough, however, was the brief buzzing of my phone. I checked to find a few texts from Lily. They asked me to inform HR that she wouldn't be coming in today due to being in a car accident. I heard Lily chatting and typing away behind the gray wall. At least, I was assuming that it was Lily. It certainly sounded like her. Chills ran up my spine, but there was only one course of action ahead of me. I stood up slowly and I peered over the wall. Lily was there, sitting in her chair and typing away like normal. She looked up at me and smiled and asked, "What's up? Why are you peeping on me like a creepo?" Embarrassed by my earlier fear and very much not wanting to look like a creepo, I impulsively responded, I was gonna ask you something, but I guess I stood up too fast and got a little dizzy. I can't even remember what I was going to ask." Lily looked at me suspiciously, but shrugged and said, "Whatevs, just let me know when you remember. You can always just ask out loud while sitting, like you normally do," she said. I sat in silence, but this wasn't right. I took another look at the text. It was Lily on the other side of the cubicle. That was her voice and her mannerisms, the whole 9 yards. But if that's the case, then this text, it doesn't make any sense. I stood up again, and this time I walked around to Lily's space. I adopted a diplomatic tone as I showed her my phone and asked, "Actually, I just got this really weird text. Are you trying to play some kind of prank?" Lily barely glanced at the text before answering, "Oops, I forgot I sent that. That's really odd that you got it so late. I sent it ages ago." I was immediately reassured, but if this text was saying that she wouldn't be in, then why was she here? So I asked her, "Were you really in a car accident this morning?" "Yes, remember when I mentioned the fender bender? I just didn't want to make a big deal about it, but the reason why it slowed me down so much was because I was the cause of it. I was going to use it as an excuse to get out of work because I was so frustrated at that moment." I nodded. That was good. Everything was making sense now, and that means that I could get back to work. Lily continued, though. "Since you didn't respond, I assumed you didn't see the message, and eventually I calmed down enough that I felt okay coming in." I kept nodding, all the way back to my chair on my side of the cubicle farm. I started to put my phone away, but I decided on one last bit of cheekiness before getting back to work. I texted back, "No, stop being lazy and come to work." Before I could finish setting down my phone, it buzzed. I turned it around to see exclamation marks coming from Lily. Before my eyes, more text materialized. "This is not a time for jokes. My car is totaled. I'm not taking a vacation. I'll be sorting out this nightmare all day. Please, tell HR I will not be coming in." I raised my head over the cubicle wall, trying to be more discreet this time. Lily was just sitting there, focusing on reading something on her computer screen. Both hands and no phone were visible. I looked down to see more text appearing on my phone. I texted back, "I'm sorry, but I don't think this prank is funny. Lily is sitting across from me now, at her computer." The response was prompt. "That's not me." I sat in that chair as more text popped up, but I couldn't concentrate on them or anything else. I was bewildered and unsure of what to do next, but only for a moment. The answer came to me right from Lily's earlier text. Go to HR. So I did. I brought the phone and I spoke with our HR manager, Susie. She was just as confused as I was, but told me to go back to work, that she would get to the bottom of this. And that was more than good enough for me. I happily went back to work, even as Lily passed me in the hall, having been summoned to HR. Whatever was happening, it was no longer my problem. With a lightened heart, I got back to my desk and I went straight back to work. After another hour passed, I had caught up on my work when I noticed that Lily had returned to her desk. I sent Susie an instant message over the computer, asking, "Is everything okay?" There wasn't an immediate response, so I decided to bite the bullet and ask Lily directly. I said, "So, is everything all right, Lily?" "Oh, we figured out that I accidentally left my phone at the scene of that minor car accident. The person texting you is probably the guy I hit trying to make my life difficult. But the joke's on him. We just filed a complaint with the police and they'll be stopping by his place to take my phone back," Lily said. Again, I was elated to hear her words. They made sense. It was a little out of character for Lily to leave her phone behind, but after having an accident, it was an understandable mistake. However, the next time I got up to go to the restroom, I swung by HR, only to find the door closed with a note saying that Susie had left early for the day due to illness. When I came back to my desk, Lily and Jasmine had already left for lunch. I threw myself back into my work. There wasn't anything else that I could do. But then Lily came back from lunch early, all alone. "So, where's Jasmine?" I asked her, nervously. "Oh, she wasn't feeling well, so she left for the day," Lily said. Susie left early too today." "Yeah, something must be going around. Most of the office is out sick." I hadn't really noticed it before, but the whole office seemed dead quiet. I wasn't really sure what to say, so I started typing random words into an email message to make it sound like I was working again. In the meantime, I picked up the phone with my other hand. There was a new text message. It said, "Sent police to you. Get out of there." I stood up as though I was just stretching my legs and I walked to the large glass windows that surrounded the building. Looking down, I could see 2 cop cars far below, pulling into the visitors' parking lot. That was it then. This Lily is probably an imposter. I racked my brain for an excuse to go downstairs when Lily's office phone began to ring. She listened to whoever was on the other end of it, and then she hung up while telling me, "Oh, the cops are here and need to see me downstairs. They're probably just returning my phone, so I'll be right back." Of course, she had said earlier that that might happen, and once again, I was sure that she wasn't a duplicate. So I sat back down and I tried to focus on anything else. Only after she had been gone for a while did I think about how, if the police were bringing her phone to her, why did I get another text from it? Maybe the prankster had just taken down Lily's contacts while in possession of the phone. Maybe the messages were coming from a spoofed number. But before I could decide how terrified I should be, Lily was back. She walked around the cubicles to talk to me face to face. She said, "The front desk was closing up when I came back in. They said we all have to leave early today because so many people have called out sick or left early with colds." I wonder why I haven't heard anything," I said. "Oh, the secretary was going to run back here, but I told her I'd let you know. There's also something else that I need to ask you." "Oh?" I said. "Yeah, when my car was hit, I called AAA right away, and they gave me a lift to work, and then they towed my car. Could I get a ride home with you?" she said. I swallowed hard as I tried to delay answering. "They towed your car? Man, that's some fender bender." Lily rolled her eyes as she stepped closer to me and said, "It's called downplaying. Come on. Jasmine is normally my backup ride, and I don't have anyone else to ask right now." "Okay, let me just finish this last email and then I'll be ready to leave," I said. Obviously, I don't have an email. Instead, I've been typing out this message. just in case something happens to me. Every sense of mine now says that Lily is in front of me, but at the same time, I have a very, very bad feeling in my gut. I guess I'm going to find out for real now. I'll give an update if I can. Goodbye for now. Update. She's gone now. Lily is gone. I had stood up from the computer while she was still milling about the windows, and I walked over. I looked down to where she was looking. The cop cars were still in the parking lot. Lily turned to me and smiled. "The cops must be talking to that cute security guard," she said. That should have been reassuring, but it was like every other excuse to explain away the nagging feelings. It was just so convenient. Impulsively, I shoved Lily hard. I pushed her into and then through the 14th floor windows that we had been standing next to. When I hit her, it felt like Lily. When she screamed, it sounded like Lily. When I stood at the window and watched her fall, I was watching my friend Lily fall to her death, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. And then, this Lily unfurled large black wings and flew away.